shots of espresso. He's like, 2 shots of espresso? Yeah, let me find that real quick. Oh, it doesn't seem that we have espresso. Huh, what a coincidence. Espresso doesn't exist. Hey, Jim. Hey, do we have any espresso? And the dude's like, okay, dude, I get it. Yeah, I get it. And he's like, yeah, sure. Go find somewhere else where you have espresso.
My dad says espresso, but I think he's just really Rhode Islander. Because he also says soda.
What?
Like Mr. Krabs.
Soda?
Yeah! That's it! That's what my dad sounds like.
We need a
That's it. He's just soda. And winder. Soda.
Soda.
And then he'll be like, can you get me some soda? And I'll be like, what? Like if I can't hear him, and he'll be like, soda. And I'm like, okay.
Some soda.
All right. We're live, by the way. Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello!
Hello.
Welcome back to more Ace Attorney. We're gonna be finishing this episode, I think. If I remember where we left off. And we're probably just gonna finish it this time and then start the next one next time. Okay, I don't know. I don't think we're here yet. We just finished part 3.
So excited to like meet all the characters in this game and stuff. Like I'm so like into it. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, we're back. Oh my gosh. Where's the costume, Detective Gumshoe?
Just on the other side of the fountain, sir.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh.
Oh god, British, okay. I have to like get into the brain set to do that. The accent doesn't work. Was it out here in the open all that's wrong all along.
It's okay. No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there. We moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly.
Then let's get down to it. Okay, well, let's look at that first.
Mm-hmm.
What do we have here?
It's another pendant! That's 2 treasures in one day! How lucky is that? And hey! This pretty baby's made of platinum silver too!
Another pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Deacon. Is it possible that these two...
Oh. Hold it right there.
Oh.
Oh, his funky glasses.
Ooh.
Hands off, Mr. Prosecutor. Make sure you know how to cross the line. Oh, you sure know how to cross the line, don't you?
Ugh.
A pendant? Huh. This is a very decisive piece of evidence.
How can you tell?
Look here and read off what you see.
Lauren. Hey, it's a name that's engraved on this.
What? Ah, we have you now, Miss Kidnapper.
No, you don't understand. I don't remember who voiced that guy.
I think I did. I you
think
said he was
so.
like a.
Oh yeah,
said-
you gave him like a snooty kid voice.
Yeah.
It's like a
Rich-
snooty,
rich
right?
kid.
It's like,
Yeah.
Lolly, I can't believe you were one of my kidnappers.
Lance.
You're kidding! Miss Pops was one of the kidnappers? kidnap us?
Kidnap
Can't do it.
Yes. It was me. I held Lance hostage.
Oh.
So, Miss Pops is one of the kidnappers. But even knowing that, I can't call this case solved. Or over.
Hey, guys, case closed. Get the car ready, and I mean the special one for this young lady.
Hold it!
Again, Mr. Prosecutor? What is it this time?
Are you proposing that Miss Pops is also the culprit in the murder case? What happened? I thought Officer Meekins was your suspect.
We found it.
Found what?
That officer's gun. He literally dropped it in the middle of the thick patch of grass. Your country's police are a sham. Just look at how careless they are.
What are you calling a sham?
The officer's gun didn't show signs of having been fired. So, it can't be the murder weapon.
So Officer Meekins had been cleared of all charges, I see.
And that's when the brand new suspect came walking onto the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said, right? Hold on. As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Did you really kill Mr. Deacon?
Yes, I killed him.
I can't believe it.
I can't do the laugh right now. Thanks for the confession.
Agent Lang, it's much too early to declare this case closed.
Look at you. So sure of yourself. We've got the culprit's own confession and some very incriminating evidence. What more could you ask for?
Miss Lauren Pops.
Yes?
I want to hear it from you. Tell me your side of all that has happened today, from the kidnapping to the murder.
But why? I'm a kidnapper and the killer. Isn't that enough?
It's fine if you're the one behind everything, but only if that is the truth. Now then, will you tell us the truth? Or is there some reason why you can't?
I've had a change of heart. I think I'd enjoy seeing you sulk away as the losing mutt. Alright, you heard me. Let's hear about all the evil deeds you committed today.
Okay.
The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew that he could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Amano would pay anything to get his son back, after all. Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me.
There. Are you satisfied? She just confessed to her own crimes a second time. At least you have the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least respect that much.
Miss Pops, is what you said really the truth?
Yes, it is.
If that's the truth, it certainly isn't the whole truth. Because there's something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession. Why do you think he did?
I have no idea, but maybe he planned on doing so from the very beginning.
Miss Pops.
My mic isn't picking up. I said it like 3 times.
Miss Pops.
Wait, Mr. Deacon planned to kill Miss Pops from the very beginning. Was that ever really likely to happen? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes. I'm sorry, but I don't think what you just claimed is all that likely.
Huh?
I don't think Mr. Deacon would have ever been capable of killing you.
Why? We were total strangers. It's not uncommon for people to kill each other over money.
Miss Pops, you really are clueless, aren't you?
What do you mean?
You never knew what your role in the kidnapping was, nor do you know who you really are. But I do, and I can show you with this piece of evidence. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I just clicked to progress the dialogue and it swapped to the evidence screen.
Sorry, Edgeworth.
Oh my god! Let me try again.
Oh my god, dude, the key yapping.
Oh my gosh, did it not click the button? Oh my god.
You hit press.
Yeah, I'm supposed to, but I think I didn't hit the button and it just progressed the dialogue instead.
Yep.
My god, they'd be talking.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Excuse me.
Okay,
Hold it.
Hold it.
I don't know why the gun is so funny. It's just in his little blue hand.
Yeah.
How did it pick up me going, yeah, but it didn't pick up me talking at a normal volume?
Yeah.
Why are you showing this to me?
So what about the pendant?
this pair of wings along with this piece of evidence shows who you really are.
Take that.
These two pendants resemble each other, wouldn't you agree?
Hey, you're right, they're the same color and they're even made of the same material.
I believe that these two pendants are actually one. Shall we give it a try?
Pegasus!
Whoa.
Wow, it's totally Pegasus!
But why? Why does my pendant match up with Mr. Deacon's?
You're a smart lady. I'm sure you can imagine why that might be.
No, that can't be.
Oh, why is she? Did you see her cutting her hair? What was that?
What the hell?
Has she done that?
So, the two make a set. Huh, it's just another trinket. It's not as though this changes anything.
You lack imagination, Agent Lang. Very well, I'll show you with this evidence.
Damn, he said no brains.
This one?
Take that.
Oliver Deacon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin Deveray, the name that is etched on the horse pendant.
Oh, what? In alias, right?
Alias, I just said it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I blanked out. I zoned out a little bit. Oh, god damn it. I'm so good at words, I know. Alright. An alias?
I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. And it makes sense given what is written in Mr. Deveray's dossier. What I really wanted to point out was this.
He's 5'8". Damn, 123 pounds?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mr. Deveray had one daughter, and her name is Lauren Pops.
That's a lie. That person was not my father.
He couldn't come out and tell you he was your father because he was in hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. Do you still believe that a man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even that such a man would allow his daughter to get involved in a kidnapping plot? And what is so funny, Agent Lang?
You're good at making things up in your head and deciding it's truth, aren't you?
What are you trying to say?
Your thinking is much too innocent. After all, I've thought of another possibility.
Is that so? Well, let's hear it.
Ooh. I'll grant you that the two of them are father and daughter. But isn't it possible that they both knew that fact? It was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the house of Amino. Amino, yeah. And the two of them made good use of their meeting to plan the little kidnapping. Wouldn't you say my scenario is perfectly probable as well?
So this is his version of how things might have been.
You don't have any proof that either one didn't know of their true relationship, right?
You mean they knowingly committed the kidnapping as father and daughter?
That's right. As one really rotten family.
Is that really what happened? I'd better take a long, hard look at the evidence.
Ooh. Wolverine. Is his hair naturally like that, or do you think he like kind of puts gel in it
I think
a little bit?
He probably styled it. I'm sure
Yeah,
Edgeworth
I feel
styles
like-
his.
Yeah.
Like, do you think like how long do you think he'd like?
I was gonna say, I
take-
feel like he's like a two hours every day in the morning to get ready and like do his eyeliner and everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he like kind of snaps his fingers and does like the gun pose, just like, ah.
This kidnapping wasn't planned by just two people alone.
What kind of proof do you have of that?
Quite simply, there were 3 kidnappers.
3?
That's my favorite animation of his.
I did that pose right now.
That was great. I could tell.
4 costumes were stolen from the Wild Wild West area's back room. That was a lot of words. We found one of them in the kidnapper's hideout. But as for the other 3, we can assume they were being worn by 3 different people. We also found a set of 3 cups and 3 folding chairs that were used in the hideout. It all clearly points to a 3-man group. And I believe this 3rd person is the real mastermind behind the kidnapping.
Who's the mastermind?
I present to you the brains behind the kidnapping.
Gumshoe.
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 Oh, yeah.
Take that!
He hit her telepathically. Hold up, I gotta hit that post. Lance Amino!
Yes, this abduction was, in fact, schemed up by Lance himself. Recall what he said when he appeared before us.
Did you see the face? No, I didn't see the face. But 2. One was a woman.
However, there were 3 kidnappers, which is in direct contradiction to what he said.
What? I know I only saw 2 people.
Hi, Ewell.
Yeah,
Welcome
yeah.
in.
Hello.
This guy was being held hostage. It's possible he couldn't see all 3 of them.
Ah, yes, about when you were being held. I have my doubts about what happened then. Lance, would you mind telling us what happened while you were being held captive?
I really don't remember much anymore, honest. But if I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you?
It's really
you looking-
interesting that the earlobes run in the family.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
that's a hereditary trait.
Why you kind of looking at me like that, dude? Ew.
Got that smolder.
I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room, blindfolded the entire time.
I don't know why. This is like completely unrelated. I just need to voice this thought, but I don't know why, but lately I have like had such like a way stronger than usual like sweet tooth.
Oh.
Like every second I'm just like, I need a sweet treat, man. Like I really want a sweet treat right now. Like
Dang.
it's
Do you have any?
I
Do you
don't
have any
have
sweet treats
any.
available? No. Damn.
I need to get some, but I've been ill the past few days.
Mm-hmm.
My hot chalky will have to do, but I don't know.
Cocky.
I need a sweet treat, man. I don't know.
That's so crazy that like the way that like people like different things in different levels, because you're being like, oh, my hot chalky is gonna have to do. I can like barely finish one hot chocolate because it's too sweet for me.
This hot chalky is pretty mild.
I freaking
Oh, hot
love
chalky
hot
is just
chalky.
so like I'll drink it and I'm like, it's too sweet for my tummy. Sweet treats are usually what make my tummy.
I can't get
I'm not
enough
a-
sweet treats.
I'm not a big sweets eater. It makes my tummy upset.
Okay. Back to the game.
But the kidnapper suddenly disappeared around the time I heard rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed, but it was a stroke of luck that left me alone. I made my escape, and I ran away from that room as fast as I could.
So bashful.
Through the underground
Dweeb.
passageway, I presume.
Are you okay?
The level of detail and like these two pieces of like these two sprites next to each other.
Mhm.
Sorry, I really didn't want to recall that horrible ordeal, but
Oh my god, dude, Lang has me acting up, dude.
now you believe me, right?
No, not quite yet.
Ah! How can you not? Why do you look at me with icy daggers in your eyes?
Is he peeking? Is he peeking out his fingers?
Yeah, he's kind of peeking a
Yeah.
little. Because he's a prosecutor, and because they're all like that.
I'll have you know, Agent Lang, a prosecutor's eyes are for discerning the truth. And should
Ooh.
they be interpreted to be cruel at times, then so be it. There's a sticking point in Lance's testimony. Let's see what he offers up when I push a little.
Oh my god. What does he have in his pocket, by the way?
Kinda
Is
like
that like a...
I guess
chain,
it's
I
like a...
think.
Yeah.
It's like... I assume it's like a pocket watch.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. It's just such a thick
I
chain.
know, it's really thick pocket watch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see.
Ugh.
Hold it!
How did you manage to escape?
I wanted to just get out of there, but the door leading outside was locked. Which is why I had to use the underground passageway to make my escape.
I remember our escape to be equally as hard. This is an invaluable piece of testimony. I mustn't let it go unexamined.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the word invaluable. Beef with the English language right now. Invaluable sounds like it means it's not
Yeah,
valuable.
it's like the inflammable situation.
Mhm.
Alright.
Invaluable.
I don't like it.
Actually, the door was not locked.
Objection!
I know who did it.
You say that the door leading out was locked, but was it really?
Oh.
We're talking about the room behind the saloon front, right? Look, I heard that it took quite a few men to get that thing open, right? Sheena?
I think so. Oh,
Whoa.
this is the first
She
time.
talked!
This is the first time she's spoken. I think Snapple should do
God.
this voice.
Yes, that's correct.
Then take a look at this.
What is that? A sword? It's not. It's not an especially reliable one if it's broken like that.
Allow me to start from the end. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. It was simply held shut by the sword, which was used to jam the handle. Lance, even though your hands were cupped together, you could still use them. If that's the case, then why did you not just simply remove the sword and escape?
Why didn't I? I was disoriented. Yes, that's it. I didn't notice it.
As if I should accept such a bold-faced lie. You locked yourself in that room because you had to make yourself look like the victim. But you did not, in fact, possess the key to the door. That is why you used the prop sword to improvise and create a prison of your very own.
You've been making this guy out to be one of the kidnappers for some time now. I wonder if you've forgotten something very important along the way.
And what would that be?
A motive. What else? Do you honestly think that an upright, pure boy like him, that's a weird description, would hatch up a completely pointless scheme such as kidnapping himself?
Objection!
This proves that Lance did indeed have a motive to commit this crime. Oh, that's right, the letter. This one.
Take that!
To put it simply, Lance has a very urgent need for money. This is hardly your typical love letter. It is, in fact, a collections bill. It appears our upstanding boy has accumulated quite a debt. Isn't that right, Lance?
Looks like it's hard being the son of a rich man, too. It must be rough when you have to resort to stealing from your own older man, huh?
Oh, all right. I give up.
Wow, that was...
I abducted myself.
Lance!
Did he hit her?
No, I think she just did her own reaction.
That's crazy. It's over. Lolly, in this life, we really are bound to our fates after all. All I wanted was to go out with you to a new town, somewhere where no one would know us. I wanted us to be well off with that 1 million, but now, that dream is over.
Oh, Lance.
Then you are giving yourself up.
Yes, I plan to run away from the world with my lolly. Oliver even helped us with the plan, but then he had to go and stab us in the back.
He turned on you.
Maybe he didn't want to split the ransom money. That's my guess. It happened almost right after you made the drop-off. When we were alone, he attacked me all of a sudden. After a brief struggle, I was able to contain him and keep him under my control. Under control, he is. We left him inside that room as Lolly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up. Lolly left first in the blue badger costume.
That would mean the person Officer Meekin saw was Miss Pops.
But right then, the old man just had to wake up. I was careless, and he tackled me pretty hard from behind. Then, Oliver put on the badger costume. Took the suitcase with the $1 million and ran. I contacted Lolly right away and warned her that he had a gun. They had no idea they were related. They had no idea that they were related, so I thought that I could only end badly.
I still don't believe it. That person was not my father. Because if he was, I just killed my own father.
Lolly, then it really was you.
That man was not my father. I mean, because at the stadium, there was a bad badger pulling the suitcase with $1 million in it. But that badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. There was a gunshot, the other person crumpled to the ground, and I ran, scared for my life.
Oh shoot, I blanked out, my bad. I think the big picture's finally coming into focus, don't you? Lolly, forgive me. I didn't think it would turn into something so frightening. If only I could protect you.
So, Miss Pops, she shot her own dad without even knowing who he really was.
If what she says is true...
Are you saying she's lying? But why would she lie about something like that? What purpose would it serve?
You wouldn't be surprised how often people lie without even realizing it themselves, Kay.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
What I mean is, listen very carefully to her confession once more and you'll see.
Rebuttal. Hold it.
Were you able to clearly see the gun?
Yes, I got a very good look at it while it was pointed at me. Oh, Father, why would you try to shoot me?
Really think a father would shoot his own daughter, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't know.
I don't want to believe it myself.
But it's true. My father's left arm was raised with a gun in it. Pointed straight at me. I'm about to die, I thought.
Miss Pops, please calm down and take a deep breath. And then, would you allow me to please hear that last statement one more time?
Yes, of course.
This again.
Objection.
I have here a dossier on your father. And according
yeah.
to this, your father was right-handed.
Then...
The person pointing a gun at you from atop the stage was not Mr. Deacon.
Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a refresher course. The bad badger has a model gun attached to his right hand.
I love thinking like, I think you need to take a refresher course, and then he pulls out the little book with these guys on it.
They're like all huddled over it, just kind of pointing at the pictures.
Haven't you ever seen the bad badger? Look, he's right here.
They're kind of like shoulder to shoulder. And he's like, "You see that? This is a bad badger, okay?" And then Andrew is like, "Oh, okay, I see.
They're like circling and writing like left and right.
And he's like, "Did you see the pink badger?" And he's like, "No, I didn't get to see the pink badger." And he's like, "Dude, really? You should go check out the pink badger. It's like, pretty cool." It's like, "Oh, I mean, the refresher, of course." They just kind of get mad at each other again.
Did you read this already?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay.
Which is why the only hand he could have held the real gun with was his left. Isn't it possible that it went down like that?
Agent Lang, were you paying attention to what Miss Pops was saying? Then again, I suppose I can't expect someone who has never set foot in court to catch it.
Damn! Enough with the smugness. Out with it already.
Miss Pops told us earlier.
It was a bad badger.
According to you, the bad badger had the gun in his left hand, which would mean that he was pulling the suitcase with his right hand. Is that correct, Miss Pops?
Yes, exactly. And I'm sure it was the bad badger. It had those huge sunglasses on its face.
But if that's the case, even I can see there is a huge contradiction.
Yes, Miss Pops claims to have seen the bad badger, and yet the bad badger had both of his hands full. These two pieces of information contradict each other, so one must be wrong. They are both correct.
Impossible! That just leaves us with an I can't pronounce my words. Why? Irresolvable contradiction. Fuck.
Miss Pops' entire statement rests on the fact that she saw his sunglasses and beard. What if that bad badger wasn't wearing
What?
wasn't wearing
Okay.
pants on his lower half?
So he was naked. Half.
The costumes have two parts to them, a head and the body.
Okay. Oh my god. Mike, please pick up my voice, please, I beg. Oh, I get it now.
The head Miss Pops saw was probably really the head of the bad badger. However, it is not possible that the body was that. However, is it not possible that the body was that of an entirely different badger?
Different badger?
Yes, or to put it more bluntly, I believe it was the lower half of this badger. It's this one. Oh no, the proto badger.
Oh, yeah.
Which one of the badger's crotches was it?
Take that.
Present. What? The heck is that?
Oh, this is that girl from earlier.
It's the proto badger.
Yes, and it's a simple matter of process of elimination. Miss Pops was wearing the blue badger's costume, so we can eliminate that one. And the pink badger is of the wrong color, which would have been incredibly obvious. All that is left is the proto badger costume. Miss Pops, who was the one who wore the proto badger costume?
That would be Lance.
Not so fast.
Are you saying what I think you're saying? That Lance Amino Donned? That's his
Donned.
Donned. I forgot his last name. I'm so sorry. That Lance Amino donned the bad badger's head and pretended to be Mr. Deacon? On top of which, he plotted to shoot Miss Pops while wearing that hideous thing?
The stage that was set up in the stadium was nothing more than that, a setup. And its purpose was to lead Miss Pops into believing she had committed murder, standing there in front of Miss Pops and pretending to be the victim. It was all done so that she would pull the trigger.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Why exactly would I have to do all that, huh?
There was but one reason, Lance Amano. You are the real culprit behind the murder of Mr. Oliver Deacon.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Slander! Take it back! You take it back right now!
Just out of curiosity, Lance, which is your dominant hand?
I'm left-handed, but what does that have to do with anything?
It depends. According to Miss Pops, her attacker held a gun in his left hand.
Not so fast.
Huh. Who is what-handed doesn't prove it and prove a thing. And besides, no, you're just being absurd. It's not like the proto-badger's bulletproof. One misfire, and we would have found himself dead, right?
Of course, logically, if he had been shot, he probably wouldn't be here with us. But I believe he had thought of that as well, and prepared accordingly. And this should be all the evidence you need.
Take that!
Ooh.
We found one half of a Bad Badger costume in the hideout, a broken one. It was not the same one that the victim was wearing, plus it was missing something. And that something is the model gun that the Bad Badger carries, which can fire blanks.
What?
Miss Pops, where is the gun you used now?
I threw it away into the sea.
That makes it a bit tough to verify what it was. Although I believe that we can safely assume that it was the model gun in question.
I've heard enough. All you've been spouting so far is pure conjecture.
I admit that as long as the model gun is lost to us, I can't prove I'm right. However, I can say that the probability that I am right is very high.
Okay. Let's pretend that you're right, and that the murder at the stadium was fabrication. In that case, why do you think the murder really took place, Mr. Prosecutor?
I don't know yet.
Ha! I knew you were full of it.
However, I do believe that the murder took place during an earlier time frame.
Please, wait a second. It's simply not possible. Because I saw Mr. Deacon after he was restrained by Lance.
She saw the victim in the state of being restrained.
I came back to the hideout long after the other two. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Deacon. He had tied Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in the room next door. After that, the two of us put on our costumes and made our escape.
So Mr. Deacon must have escaped after the two of you left, right?
We thought that it'd attract too much attention if we left together, so I left first. We planned to meet up again at the stage in the stadium. But then, as I was walking through the park, I got a call from Lance on my cell phone.
Oliver managed to escape. It looked like he was waiting until I was alone. He also stole the gun from me at the time. And then, the murder happened. Mr. Deacon must have overheard their plan to meet up at the stage. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, Miss Pop saw the victim with her own eyes. Which means that the victim was still alive at that time. Wouldn't you agree?
Why does that sound wrong to me? There must be something amiss about this account. Let's see what happens when I examine it in more detail.
Hold it!
You are sure that it was Mr. Deacon that you saw?
Yes, I'm certain of what I saw.
Did you go into the other room to check?
Lance said that it was best if I didn't get too close to him. Lance, he's such a kind soul.
Then, are you telling me you did not confirm that it was Mr. Deacon for yourself?
I checked through the slit in the door that separates the two rooms. He had a Bad Badger's head on, so I'm absolutely sure. That just had to be Mr. Deacon.
She saw a Bad Badger head.
Hold it!
So the tied-up Mr. Deacon was still in his Bad Badger costume.
Yes, and?
It would appear that she misread the whole situation. What now? Should I raise an objection? Yes.
Yeah.
The person you saw was not the victim.
What? Why not?
I will tell you why not, with this.
Take that!
Miss Props, the person you saw was not Mr. Deacon at all. Huh? The person you actually saw was this person. Me. It was me. Huh? The person I saw was you, Mr. Edgeworth? I always thought it was a bit odd. Why would the kidnappers abduct me, even after I had handed over the ransom? It's not as though I saw the face of the kidnappers. If I were them, I would have just taken the $1 million and ran. But in the end, there was a point to it all. It was to make me look like Mr. Deacon. And if that was the reason for which I was abducted, then I believe we can assume that the victim was already dead at that time. Well, Lance, am I right?
That's...
You showed Miss Pops a person, namely me, with a bad badger's head on. And then made your costumes escape together, or so you pretended. Huh? What do you mean he pretended? Exactly that. I believe Lance was watched to escape and then doubled back to the hideout. Probably to come and remove the bad badger head from my unconscious self. And to create his fake prison with the prop sword. He then escaped via the passageway.
Hold your tongue, boy.
He's hiding behind him.
Don't get caught up in that little tittle wave of words coming out of Mr. Prosecutor's mouth.
It's tidal, by the way.
It's okay. It's okay.
Tidal wave.
I need. Oh,
You
fuck.
did say tittle way.
I know. What the
Made me
fuck?
giggle a little bit.
Goddamn. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
It's okay.
I need glasses, dude.
I don't know if the glasses is the issue.
Yeah, I think I'm illiterate.
It's okay.
We've heard a lot coming out of you, but I've yet to see the shred of evidence. The victim's betrayal and his subsequent detainment. All of that could have happened while you were out cold. That's right. You were out for quite a while, Mr. Prosecutor.
Even if that were the case, Miss Pops would have still seen me tied to that beam. I was scared of Mr. Deacon, so I didn't go into the next room. So I really have no idea if you were in there or not, Mr. Edgeworth.
You see? It would seem that you can't prove a thing.
Ugh. Oh.
Who said that? Please wait. It's the old
Mr.
man.
Romano.
Ho, 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 Miles, my boy. It looks like you're really giving it all your all. And Lance, it's not good to cause trouble for others. Dad! Let's see. You're the ones in charge of the investigation, correct? Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry that my son has been nothing but trouble. This probably won't make up for anything, but I have some evidence for you. Oh? Do you now? Oh.
Ooh. Is that what I think it is?
Ew.
So soggy.
It's the bad badger costume the victim was wearing! And a gun!
I couldn't wait around for the... Right? This is the...
Yeah, the old dear
Yeah,
guy.
okay. I couldn't wait around for the police, so I went and found these myself. It appears that they were disposed of in the sea. Ah, is there no one in this country who actually obeys the law? There. Now, Agent Lang, please calm down. What the heck is this scrap of paper?
This appears to be a letter from the Chief of Police. Please allow Mr. Amano complete freedom to do as he sees fit, it says.
What?
The chief of police? What the? Just who does he think he is?
The person who wields the highest authority in this area.
Oh, there now. There's no need to be so upset. I'm not a cop from this land, so I'm not bound by the laws of your country. No. This wasn't meant to strong-arm you into anything. It's just a request. I'm only asking you to please respect the laws of the land. I can't really say no to that. However, returning to the topic at hand. It doesn't matter who found the evidence. Its value remains unchanged. All right, now, let's take a look at the new evidence. I've already got the results back. I had a special forensic research lab that I'm on good terms with conduct the test. They verified that the blood on this costume belongs to Oliver. As for the gun, the only fingerprints they could find were yours, Lauren.
What?
You disappointed me, Miles. I can't believe that you would cause my son such stress and heartache. Thank goodness I was able to find the final pieces of evidence. With this, you will have no reason left to push my poor boy around.
That's it. These are the case-making pieces of evidence. Huh. I'll be the judge of that. Okay. Let's look at the costume. What's this? It looks like there's something inside the costume head.
Hey, they sparkle. I bet they're really valuable.
Sorry, but they're just pieces of a mirror. But why are they in here?
Ew.
Could this gun be the actual murder weapon?
What did my mom bring me? I forgot to eat what she brought me. Hold on. Oh, it's oatmeal. Oh.
Oatmeal.
Oh.
See now. Oh, cinnamon. Oh.
Oatmeal? But isn't it like late? Isn't it like nighttime for you?
Breakfast for dinner.
Hey, oatmeal at night. Hey.
Oh, wait. Off topic, but that reminded me. Do you remember when we were doing something and I sent you guys the picture of the dinner that I was eating and it was breakfast and it was like 4 eggs and like 2 biscuits and tomato? That was apparently, my phone was like, did that thing where it was like pictures from a year ago and it was that.
Oh my
and
God.
I was like, oh my
Crazy.
God.
I'm down for breakfast at night, but like oatmeal?
I've
Oatmeal
never
is
had
like-
oatmeal at night.
I
Yeah.
have. It's my like, I'm hungry before bed snack.
Oh, okay.
Huh. I don't
'Cause
really
it's
like
warm.
oatmeal very much. Well,
I like oatmeal.
I don't dislike oatmeal, but like I would pick like a lot of other breakfast options before I ate
Same.
oatmeal.
That's why it's my before bed I'm hungry snack because it's like warm and like little sweet and it's like yummy and if you make it with milk instead of water it's kind of like creamy in like a good way and you eat it and it makes you tired.
I like oatmeal that's like thick, like it's a
Yeah, me too.
like it's a paste almost instead of like a soup.
Yeah, my mom tells me that I like to eat cement when I eat it.
That's how I always liked it.
I also need my oatmeal cementy.
My dad, if I stay over at my dad's house, it's always oatmeal for breakfast. He's like, "You want oatmeal?" And I'll be like, "Sure, I guess."
I like the one where like you pour the water and like the dinosaur eggs become little dinosaurs.
I've never had
That's a
that.
thing?
Yeah!
Oh my god.
I've heard of
It's
that.
they're little dinosaur eggs, and when you like pour like the warm water, like you heat it up, the dinosaur egg like part melts away turns into little dinosaurs. Yeah.
Wait, that sounds amazing.
It's yummy.
Okay, I gotta try oatmeal now.
Yeah, with
Dino
dinosaurs.
egg oatmeal.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
One second, I'm choking. It looks kind of burnt around the edges.
Wait, those burn marks were left by the gunpowder. This is a most important fact. I think that means that it was fired from point blank. I think that's what that means. Because I think they've mentioned something like that in these games before.
Why is that?
Because it is proof that the victim was shot at point blank
Yeah.
range. There's like 2 facts that are constantly brought up in Ace Attorney. One of them is that if it's burned around the bullet hole, it was shot from point blank, and the other one is that bullets have markings on them that tell you which gun it came from.
I took a forensics class, and I swear to God, Ace Attorney has taught me more than that class. Maybe it's because the teacher didn't really teach in that class, but
You guys should have played Ace Attorney.
yes, exactly.
I mean, I'm like an expert because of all the Ace Attorney I've played. But yeah, the game in like every single game, like it tells you at least once both of those things.
Well, what happened to my face tracking? Oh, there we go.
Oatmealed.
Okay. I oatmealed. Never mind. I will never say that again. What the fuck did I say? Oh my god, cut that, please. We're not... No mentions of that, ever. Alright? Well, are these not the most definitive pieces of evidence you've ever seen? Thank you, Dad. This should be enough to convince even Mr. Edgeworth over there. He's so preppy.
A little lamp makes it look like he's wearing a hat.
Yeah. Make no mistake, there are fingerprints on that murderous gun. And they prove that it was Lolly who killed Oliver. But Oliver was also after Lolly's life. So, Mr. Edgeworth, even if you must see that Lolly was only acting in self-defense.
The fingerprints on the weapon, huh?
Oh no, this isn't helpful at all.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, all I want to do is save Lolly. But in the end, all I can do is watch on as she takes the punishment for her crimes.
That may be all you can do. However, I still have a case to solve and a job to do. The job of unraveling your insidious lie.
You wound me. Why won't you believe me, even if the face of all this evidence? I think I stress read. I'm like fucking. I notice that I tighten up whenever I read. That's why I fuck up a lot. Either that, or I'm just illiterate.
Those fingerprints, are you sure they belong to Miss Pops?
There's no mistake about it. Though my connections, I had the best forensic technique money can buy performed.
I find that to be a bit peculiar.
What? Are you trying to pick an argument with me?
Yes. Frankly, I don't believe that Miss Pops' print should be on that gun to begin with. The reason why Miss Pops' print should not be on the gun is...
Yeah, anger the old man. Anger him.
Take that!
It's simply not possible for Miss Pops to have left any prints on the murder weapon. Because while she was at the stadium, Miss Pops was wearing a costume.
Huh? But there's no mistake. We found fingerprints.
Well, Miss Pops, do you remember touching the gun at all at any time?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back in the hideout. I handed it off to Mr. Deacon when he and Lance left for the haunted house.
To retrieve the ransom money, I suppose. And there you have it. That is when Miss Pops' prints found the way onto the gun.
Brrr.
You understand now, Mr. Amano. The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Miss Pops is the murderer.
But you still don't have anything to prove that she isn't the killer, right?
You seem very adamant about insisting that your girlfriend is a cold-blooded killer.
I mean...
Oh, Lance.
What? No way! I'm incredibly worried about her. But that doesn't change the fact that you don't have any evidence, right?
That's where you're wrong. I have the evidence.
What? How?
The story that Miss Pops killed the victim at the stage in the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true, because that was not the real crime scene, but a setup. This proves that the real murder was not committed at the stadium at all.
Take that!
Let us take another good look at the costume the victim was wearing. Then, I believe you'll see why I insist he was not shot at the stadium.
Naka, analyze the blood.
Oh.
Ooh, ocean water.
Yeah.
The burn around this bullet hole was made when the victim was shot at point-blank range.
So then you mean the murder, Miss Old... Oh, blah, 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 blah. So then you mean the murder Miss Oldbackswell at the stadium really was?
Yes, she saw two people, but they were separated by a distance. The victim was indeed shot from below the stage. There shouldn't be a gunpowder burn.
Huh. Look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants Prosecutor.
I think point blank means like 2 feet away, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, point blank would be, yeah, anything over, oh no, below 2 feet, and then everything like over a specific amount is like long range. Yeah. I don't know how long would point blank be actually.
They say it. They've said it before, but I don't remember what it was.
Chat, Google. Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is then?
Oh, the music. Lance set me up to look like Mr. Deacon back at the hideout. If that's the case, then the murder must have happened prior to that. And the location where Lance and the victim were at just before I was imprisoned was... I've got it. The real scene of the murder. The real location in which Mr. Deacon was killed is here.
This place looks kind of lame.
Gatewater Land? Yeah, you're kind of right, it does.
It looks pretty fucking lame.
We apparently
Yeah.
disconnected for a second, but we're fine now.
Okay.
I don't know why that happened. But
Also, point blank range is any distance where a certain firearm can hit a target without the need to adjust for bullet drop. So it depends on the firearm, I think.
I think in Ace Attorney they give a distance.
Like a specific?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember
I
if they...
see.
It has to be feet, right? 'Cause
I mean, point blank. What Snap was saying is like the term, but I want to know the distance. Like I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
they say... They've said it in-game, the distance, but... I don't remember what it was. It's not important.
Like I get what you mean, Schnapple. It's just like without aiming the gun, you just kind of fire. Yeah, man, this oatmeal is hella good.
I think it's not unreasonable to assume the murder took place in the haunted house.
The haunted house.
Yes, and I have proof that it's highly likely that the victim was killed there.
The glass.
Take
The
that!
broken glass.
These were inside the costume the victim was wearing. They're fragments of a mirror.
A mirror. A mirror? And what does that have to do with anything?
That's Lang speaking. That's the wolf guy.
I'm getting my characters confused, man.
Lang and Lance.
Lang, I think it's too many L's, dude.
Yeah.
Too many L's.
Indeed, you don't exactly expect to find pieces of a mirror inside of a costume.
Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous.
However, there's one place I can think of where there is a plethora of mirror fragments. And that is the haunted house. Lance Amano, I propose that you killed Mr. Deacon with a revolver in the haunted house. After that, you stole the blue Badgermobile to move his body to the Wild Wild West area. The timing of when the blue Badgermobile was stolen confirms this as fact.
Miles, my boy, say no more.
I'm sorry, Mr. Amano, but I cannot do that.
Be quiet. Yes, please do something. Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense. Ernest Amano, correct? I meant you. Now be quiet, Gramps.
Damn.
Damn. Wow. All right.
How dare you? I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. And to call these mirrored bits decisive is a bit too presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor.
What?
Sheena, wasn't there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout?
Yes, there was a mirror there.
He scares me.
A mirror that's for the haunted house.
You see? Isn't it possible the fragments got into the costume there?
But Agent Lang, there were no fragments on the floor, so the probability is very low.
Probability? Langzy says, on truth's path, the word probability does not exist. The only thing that does is definitive proof. The question, Mr. Prosecutor, is, do you have the definitive proof you need?
Oh my gosh. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you?
Do I have solid evidence that proves the murder took place at the haunted house? The answer is no.
See? So since you don't have any shut up!
I don't have the evidence yet, but I'm certain the murder occurred around the time I turned the ransom over. At that time, the only people at the haunted house besides myself were Lance and Mr. Deacon. If I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, then I can prove Lance's guilt in connection to the murder.
What now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Agent Lang, I have a special request.
Yeah?
I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house.
Why in the world are you asking the werewolf for permission?
Because I don't really have a choice if I want to find the truth.
Alright. Permission granted. But you're not to touch a single thing. Got it?
That won't be a problem. All that's important to me is that the truth be brought to light. It doesn't matter by who or how it's done, as long as it is.
Yeah. I was eating oatmeal and I didn't want to spit it everywhere. Sheena!
I'm here.
Damn, bro, just fucking screaming. He screamed at her from a distance. Put in the paperwork for the authorization immediately.
Understood. I'll go get the Gatewater Group's approval.
Who was that?
Love his little stompy that he does.
Now. Let's hold on for a second. There's no need to obtain approval.
Mr. Amano?
Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this. What is this? Sheena!
It's the deed to the haunted house.
The deed.
Read it! Out loud.
Gatewater Land Incorporated hereby bequeaths the property known as the haunted house to Mr. Amano for the lump sum of 1 million paid in full cash.
What?
Oh. As you can see, I am now the legal owner of the haunted house.
Are you kidding? When did you...
I ran into the owner of the park earlier and we made the deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye.
That 1 million you paid. Don't tell me it was.
Oh, that's right. This disgusting suitcase belongs to you, doesn't it? I don't have any more use for it, so you may have it back now.
You used the ransom money?
My Lance is a good boy. He even apologized for the kidnapping a bit earlier. So I do believe that I will forgive him. After all, he did return the ransom money. That's the way things are. So if you would please discuss things with me from now on. Discuss? What is there to discuss? My permission to enter the haunted house, of course.
Hold on. I'm smelling things, so I'm gonna go see what that is. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Okay. I can't do British, and it's turning into like really weird accent blips with me. I did it really bad when I said permission. I meant to be like permission, but didn't work, and I went permission.
Permission.
Permission, and I was like, oh shit.
I don't know what's up.
Permission.
I don't know what's up with my reading today, God.
It's okay. I keep slipping into like, I'm beginning to realize where place that I'm from, accent that I have. I feel like I'm learning why it is the way it is while trying to do a British accent. It's turning into like gross where I'm from accent, and I'm like, while dropping like the R's in certain vowels, and I'm like, I'm understanding. I get it. It came from the British.
It's their fault.
I don't know what's up with me today.
How do you even? I don't even.
Permission.
Permission.
Yeah, it's turning into just me being like permission.
Permission. To enter literally.
Granted permission.
Granted
Granted
permission.
Granted permission. Granted permission.
I have granted you permission.
Granted.
I've granted you permission.
It's such a weird word, granted.
Mm-hmm.
The more I say it, the more weird it sounds. Granted.
Granted.
It sounds weird. It sounds like grain.
Granted.
Rain.
Grain.
A lot of people where I'm from, when they go to say the word granted, they don't. They say granite.
Granted.
Granted. I done granted.
I'm not
I
from the
granted
south.
them permission.
I done granted.
Nice.
Accents are weird.
I mean, I've noticed that I have some ways of pronouncing words in like Texas accent. It's kind of weird. And like
If
people
I-
pronounce it. What?
Oh no, I was gonna say if I talk really fast, the accent pops out a little bit.
What? Coffee.
I know.
Cool.
I said
Cool.
talk.
Talk.
Coffee.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. Coffee.
Talk. Talk about the
A
coffee.
walkie.
Talk about the coffee.
Talk about the coffee that I
The
had.
coffee. It's like there's like a little U in there. Coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Talk about the
What?
coffee that I had.
You want a cup of coffee?
Had for dinner. Had for
I got a
dinner.
cup of
Not
coffee
dinner.
here. Coffee.
Supper.
Supper.
It's okay.
Man.
I do it when I talk to my cats a lot. I'll be like, "You're a weird little thing, aren't ya?"
I need to up my reading, dude. I feel like my reading's okay. I just feel like I read too fast where I can't pronounce words correctly.
It's okay.
And then I pronounce words that I know, but I don't read the word and then I fuck it up. It's so weird.
It's
know-
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. At least you don't have to try to do it in British.
I have to do in language voice. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I have to do so many.
Staple, go.
I was just
What-
gonna say, I know what you're talking about with that like nervous energy going into reading. I was one of
Yeah.
those like kids in school who I literally would like I'd like dread reading out loud. And I think it probably has something to do with ADHD.
I think it's that, yeah.
I don't know, but I would get so nervous that it would like mess me up. And I feel like I still get that a little bit even now, which is weird because like I'm used to you guys, but I still get that like
No,
I
I do the same.
I'm more like a solo reader. Like I read books, but I think like I think it's nervous energy, like you're saying. Like since we're streaming and everything, it's so different because I think since it's with like multiple people, even if I have like this up energy where I'm just like, oh guys, like we're streaming, what's this? You know, like so open about it and so extroverted, if you want to say that. But still, like there's just a hint of nervousness there that I fuck up my words. I think that, and it just ties back to school, because I was like that in school. And I have a story about that, which is a quick one actually, because I don't want to hold up time. We were doing popcorn reading. I fucking hate popcorn reading. And the teacher was like, "Hey, you know your name? You should read next." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, fine." And there was this girl that didn't like me, and I was reading, and I read pretty slow at that time, and I was like, "Why permission to enter the haunted house of Coors?" And but like kind of like stuttery, but I think it was because of nervousness as well, because even then I would like by myself I would read perfectly fine, like at my own pace, but since it was like a bunch of people, like maybe 12 15 people to a classroom, you know, I'm just like, fuck, okay, I gotta read this right, and I guess just the nerves hit. And after that class, one of my friends, my good old buddies that I graduated with, and I'm good friends now, he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, do you know so and so?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" Like, you know, she's talking mess about you, right? And I'm like, "What? I know she doesn't like me, but why?" And she's like, "Yeah, she's telling everybody that you're like, you know, special ed or something." I'm like, what the fuck?
That's rude.
Yeah,
but
she was
also,
like, you can't
damn.
read or anything like that.
I'm back, by the way.
welcome.
We
back.
were we were sharing trauma stories about reading publicly.
Yeah.
That's
Sherry-
so interesting because like it's like
180 for me. Like,
Oh yeah.
I love reading out loud, and like in school, I guess I would read so good that they would tell me to read more, like while like during popcorn reading.
I was hella introvert. I was very introverted.
It's like you were always here and didn't go to smell things.
Well, I was here during Outer Story, but I didn't
Oh, okay.
want to interrupt.
Like even during that time, I was like hella introverted. So like that was another. I had a bunch of issues like stacked on top, and that was like part of my like trauma of reading. Even now, I was telling them that I think it ties back to that because now I have like this extroverted energy, and I'm like so outgoing, and but like still the hint of I guess reading. Like I fuck up on my words, and even words that I should know that are really, really easy. Feathers, you know this, that like we all know this, that I fuck up on the most easiest words and I pronounce them differently when like your guys, like I know Feathers is hella confused when I read it, and I'm like I could read the word permission right now, and then later on I'll be like permission or permission, and she'll be like, what the fuck? Okay.
Do you
She's like
are you like a fast read, like a slow reader when you read like books and stuff?
No, I'm a pretty fast like read.
You just can't
like reader.
pronounce
It's just
it.
no, I think it's just like when I think it's like a public thing that I
A
still
brain
hold on
scrambles it when there's people. I
yeah,
get it.
I think that's the issue. Because I think it just ties back to when I was in school and it's like I couldn't read in public.
Public speaking
When I was
and or I don't know. You could go first.
I was gonna say, when I was in school, I used to be really, really anxious to read. So if like I knew I had to read like a passage, I would like reread my passage like a million times.
Yeah, I would do
But-
that. Yeah.
I would get so anxious to read, but apparently I was really good at it. So like they would also ask me to always read, and I'd be like sweating bullets while like attempting to like keep reading.
Yeah, I don't know. Like reading and public speaking are like that's like the typical like social anxiety situation, right? But like for whatever reason, like that's the way my anxiety works is that like anything that doesn't have a script, I can't do. So like reading and public speaking is just like a scripted situation, right? Like it's all in front of you and you don't have to do anything yourself.
Like
So that's easy for me, but like anything where I have to like improvise or think of my own things to say, it's like gone.
I can do that. I can improvise. I can do all that, but I can't do public reading. I fucking hate it. It's so, but like I love it at the same time. Like right now we're doing it. I love doing this, but it's just whenever I started fucking up on words, I was like, I really don't feel like doing this anymore because I killed my own vibe. But as you saw earlier, I kind of got back into the flow of it. I was like, you know what, just don't think like that. You got this. Trying to get back into the feel of reading. Like I don't do this at work either. Like they give me a piece of paper in the morning and they're like, hey, you need to read, the safety thing for everybody. And I was like, okay. I was like, today on the safety thing, we're talking about this, that, and that. Like I do it perfectly. And everyone's like, well, we know who graduated high school. And I'm like, yeah, I do fine there, but I don't know why it's so different here.
That's so interesting. I feel like it's easier for me here. It's easier for me to do stuff if I can separate the fact that I'm the one doing the thing. I don't know if that makes any type of sense.
No, yeah,
but the fact that I look into the computer screen and there's an anime girl and not a person makes it easier for me to do the thing. And it's made it easier for me to do phone calls somehow. Thank you, VTubing.
I think another thing too, like real quick, is just like we're on a time limit. I think that too as well.
All right, let's continue.
Time to read more words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's easy! Exclamation point!
yeah.
Nice.
Let's fucking go.
While we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Amano was out there preempting us.
The old man, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm bad with names right now. Permission to search the haunted house is denied. End of discussion. Agent Lang, I want you to arrest that girl. And Miles, you should hurry on home now, my boy, before I really lose my temper.
We gotta put this man in the fountain.
Mr. Amano definitely has the deck stacked in his favor here. What should I do? If I leave it like this, the truth will be lost forever.
Fountain. It cut me up.
Aw, what?
Oh
I didn't think it would say to be continued.
no.
We want to. This is the last part coming up, but I don't know if do you guys want to save it for next time? I know we started.
Nah,
later.
let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Keep going.
We're good.
Alright.
We're
I'm
good?
so
Okay,
invested.
okay. All right. All right.
Leo said you do a good British accent, by the way.
A real British person told me I did good, but I don't believe them.
Oh my god. Thank you, but no thank you.
If I can't get permission to investigate the crime scene, then the truth will be lost. Oh.
Oh god. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing spacing out? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should do at a time like this.
And what is that?
When the people are in a bind, the hero of justice appears to save the day. Look, you just leave it to me. For I am Kay Faraday, the second of the great Yatagarasu.
But I thought you were a thief, not a hero.
The Yatagarasu was noble and always a thief of justice.
That's... of course.
If we have enough information, I can recreate the inside of the haunted house with this. Plus, if we then factor in everyone's testimony...
Oh, you know what it is? I think her little thief, her phone looked different before. Because I'm like, kind of like, wow, it's so modern and sleek. I guess modern for whenever this game came out, but... I think it used to be like a chunky thing. Because I remember, I thought it was like a brick looking thing, but this is small and sleek. You can recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. We may be able to figure out some new information through this. It's worth a try. Agent Lang?
Ah, so you want to use your little toy? Be my guest. I don't.
What? What's the matter?
I don't like them. I don't really like him. I don't like the way he words his stuff.
Where's the issue?
Never mind.
Okay, hang on. You're about to witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood.
Detective Gumshoe, is there a copy of the haunted house's blueprint among the police's reference documents?
Yes, sir. We got it just in case we needed it for the kidnapping case.
All right, I'll input the haunted house data then.
Actually, maybe it was the same. I just couldn't tell because of the pixels, maybe.
Oh, don't tell me there's a fucking fly in my room, dude. Oh my god. What is this? Where are we? It's like we're inside a haunted house.
Even if we can't inspect the real location itself, the path to the truth's numbers here. If I can successfully navigate my way using logic, I'll ultimately arrive at the truth. Now then, I believe I'm ready to investigate the crime scene.
Okay, what should I recreate first?
You haven't figured it out yet?
Maybe I have and maybe I haven't, but I'm gonna make you do all the hard work.
Very well. I'd like to inspect the moment in which I was ambushed by my abductor. The two of them were definitely in this place at that time. If I can verify that, it may provide me with a new lead.
I had just come out into the hallway after leaving the money inside the dining room. At that time, I saw a badger slumped over on the floor at the end of the hall.
Huh? What was a badger doing all the way down there?
I also thought it strange. However, I thought that maybe it was simply a mannequin that was set there for atmosphere.
Do you know which badger it was?
No, it was too dark to tell. All I saw was its silhouette.
In that case, I'll just program a badger silhouette in for now. Okay, programming complete.
Ah.
I know, everybody was blind.
Yeah. Damn. Damn.
Front-facing edger, there's something else.
Mhm.
Then, I started walking towards the exit.
What a handsome man.
And that's when you were struck from behind, right?
Yes.
But that's odd. The hallway is a dead end. Where did your assailant come from?
There's only one location I can think of. I believe my assailant was lying in wait here.
Take that!
That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. It was in fact a costumed kidnapper.
Oh, so he used the costume as the perfect camouflage to blend in with the rest of the house.
Precisely. He waited until I had made the drop-off and was about to leave. Then, just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I can think of no better hiding place than this.
Hey, not bad. I'm beginning to think I should steal this tactic for myself.
Just don't use it to do anything criminal, Kay. There he goes.
Vibrating.
Oh.
Oh, bunk!
Well, Lance.
What? What are you talking? What are you asking me for?
As one of the kidnappers, I figured I should give you the chance to confess first.
I was one of the kidnappers, but I don't know anything. I did come up to the haunted house, but I never set foot inside. I left Oliver in charge of picking up the ransom money.
He didn't set foot inside. Is he telling the truth, or is this another lie? Alright, then you're claiming it was Mr. Deacon who assaulted me?
Yes, I'm sure it was him.
Okay, inputting the new info now. Mr. Deacon was the bad badger, right? Since the bad badger has a gun attached to its right hand, I'll have to change it so the weapon is in its left hand. Words are hard.
He looks so chill.
He does.
Okay,
So many people in here.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Bonk.
When you take a look around, it almost feels more like a house of mirrors.
Indeed. Who has ever heard of this many mirrors inside of a haunted house before?
Well, at least we know this is the real crime scene thanks to these mirror shards. Hey, wait, these shards, there's something different about them.
Oh?
The ones we found earlier are thicker than the shards from these mirrors on this wall. And look, there's some sort of design on the back too.
The pieces from that costume are certainly different from the other mirrors. What does this mean? Could it be that our pieces are not pieces of these mirrors? Examine the bad badger. You didn't recreate the weapon.
Well, I can't exactly recreate something I know nothing about. So tell me, what were you hit with?
The attack came from behind, so I have no idea. But I doubt it was someone's bare hands.
Okay, then where were you hit?
I was hit on the right side of my head, just above my temple. There was a bit of blood, but it wasn't anything serious.
Ouch, sounds painful.
Why are you smirking like that when you say it?
It's just your imagination. Now let's see. I wonder if there's anything in the hallway that could have been used as a weapon? Looking for something the culprit could have used to hit you with.
Take that!
I have it. There was indeed one such object lying here in this hallway. A prop sword.
Are you talking about this thing here?
Yes, although we did find it at the kidnapper's hideout. Wait, yes, it's possible that the culprit took it with him after using it on me.
To leave no evidence behind, right?
Correct. It may be worth a more thorough examination yet.
Okay, so what test do you want to run on the sword?
I think we wanna... oh no, okay, we do want to test for blood. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The culprit was wearing a costume at the time, so fingerprint analysis is useless. Let's run a luminal test. It's possible that some of my blood found its way onto this. Agent Lang, may I ask for your cooperation in this matter?
Like I have a choice? Sheena, call the lab boys.
Understood.
Oh.
Damn.
Except for a dab on the left side, it would appear that the blade is spotless.
So it must have been the left side of the prop sword that hit you then, right? Okay, I'll update the recreation with this new piece of info.
That's a really big sword.
Mm-hmm.
Big
Very
ass sword,
menacing
man.
now.
I guess they maybe have to, or... I don't know, maybe they have to make it short so it'll fit in the preview, but like, I thought it was like small.
Mm.
Looks like an album cover. She goes hard.
Oops. What did I do? There we go. Okay. Finally,
Urethra!
I found a clear contradiction of facts about the sword. Except for a bit on the left side, this prop sword is absolutely spotless. However, if the culprit has used his left hand, the blood would be on the opposite side.
The opposite side, huh?
If the culprit held his sword in his left hand, the sword's right side would be hit.
I see, but the blood was on the... The blood was on the... Oh, I can't speak. The blood was on the left side of the sword, right? Which means that he used his right hand to hit you.
Exactly. This prop sword has a large handguard attached to the hilt. It would be impossible to hold it up with two hands while wearing a costume with such big hands. Therefore, if it couldn't be the left hand or both hands, it must have been the right.
I'll change the data to reflect a right-handed swing.
Not yet, Kay. There's no sense in changing anything yet. If you change the parameters to the right hand, it'd only create a new contradiction. Changing the prop sword to be in the culprit's right hand would conflict with what?
A gun.
Sure.
He has a gun.
Take that!
The bad badger already holds a gun in his right hand, so he can't hold a sword in addition.
Hey, that's right. Then what now? If it wasn't his left hand, or wait, it wasn't in his left hand or his right hand.
It means the one who struck me could not have been the bad badger. Are you paying attention, Lance? Mr. Deacon could not have been the one who struck me, which leaves only you as our primary suspect.
No, fine. It was me. I hit you.
It appears that you lied to me yet again, but see how quickly they catch up to you, Lance?
I just remembered that I left laundry in the washing machine, and it's been quite a few hours, and I have to go to bed, and it's my sheets. After I say this line, I'm going to run very, very quickly to the dryer. Wait, isn't Lance left-handed? Okay, I'm running.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
Continue on!
Continue, okay. Ah, yes, but that's what makes this deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Deacon had been the one to strike me. For you see, firing a gun with one's non-dominant hand is difficult. But that level of dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword. Okay, please input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance. Or should I say, the proto-badger.
You got it. Here I go.
Oh, she's hitting those buttons.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
Now, we have a faithful recreation of the situation around the attack on me.
All right. All we have to do is examine the new recreation and...
Oh. And what exactly is so funny, Agent Lang?
Your mom. Oh shit. Damn. That amusing little gadget is sure packs a punch, right, Sheena?
Yes, it was all I could do to hold my laughter in. Hey, don't make fun of a little thief. You mean old werewolf. He and Mr. Edgeworth bring out the best in each other.
You've had your little fun, but now it's my turn. I sat quietly by, listening. But the crude conclusions you two keep spewing don't, what the fuck? Wet?
It's wet.
What?
That's crazy.
But it's like, it doesn't mean like wet, it means something else.
No, yeah, it's like, don't wet, like,
Associate.
don't associate or something like that.
No, wet is like, I mean, I only know wet as like, use a whetting stone to like sharpen knives.
Mm.
Oh.
It's that kind of wet.
Oh.
But it kind
I
of, it
see.
seems like it kind of means he's using it like that in this context.
Crisis averted.
Oh,
Nice.
whet this wolf's appetite? There's no guarantee that your toy will always show the real situation at any given time. At its display, it's whatever information you put in there, right?
Well, when you put it that way.
Your supposition are wrong. It's not your fault. So I'm going to let you in on this. Oh, what was that?
You heard that too?
Yeah.
It clicked on your end.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. There was a trick to this haunted house.
And what may that be exactly?
A trick beyond what your tiny imaginations can produce. Sheena!
Here you are.
The way she slid over.
Now then, what you missed, girlie, is written right here in this pamphlet.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh.
He died.
The 7 Wonders of the Haunted House. The Disappearing Badger.
What is this?
I'd say that someone around here is fond of theatrics. Theatrics. And as you can see, they set a doll down at the end of this hallway for that purpose. Basically, the blue badger you saw was just a stupid doll.
It's crazy, Ace Attorney, because like you'll solve the case and then someone will be like, actually, this piece of
Yeah.
evidence that like contradicts everything has been there all along from the beginning, and I'm just telling you now.
How can this be?
We've gone through so many. But wait,
Yeah, right, literally.
Oh.
Like, bro, where was this information in the beginning?
oh my god. Guess that throws your whole theory about it being your attacker right out the window.
Yeah.
But that could be right. Maybe the culprit hit the door somewhere. And then he laid down and pretended to be it instead.
The criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway. How could he hide a giant doll?
Mm.
You get it now? Thanks to your presumptions. Your logic started off weak and led you to the completely wrong conclusion.
Yeah.
Now get off your high horse.
Miss Worth.
Okay, I wonder if you could please input the new information for me.
You don't know when to quit, do you?
I can't quit, not until I can declare that I found the truth. Agent Lang, for the additional information, you have my thanks.
There you go again. We'll see if I care.
Okay, I'm updating the recreation now.
Oh!
That looks really weird. Look at how it changes from the blue badger into the proto badger all of a sudden.
If the slumped over badger was just a doll, where was my attacker hiding?
Well, that's what we're gonna find out, right? So come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Yes, let's. This recreation can't be right, which means there must be a contradiction somewhere. Alright, let's see. This doll is too realistic.
Mm-hmm.
This blue badger is just a doll for use in this haunted house.
Bet the one who killed this blue badger was the bad badger, right?
According to the Blue Badger Bible, it says that they are each other's worst enemy.
All because one's an ally of justice and the other's a vile criminal with a gun?
Perhaps. They were just destined to battle each other. Much like the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate.
Nerd.
Man.
Dude, nerd alert! I can't. That's so funny. Hold on a second here. There's something wrong with this blue badger.
Huh? Like what?
The way the belt is on him is opposite of how it should be. Did you make a mistake?
That can't be. I inputted the image data exactly as in the pamphlet.
So then why is the blue badger dressed up in reverse? Okay.
I don't know if it picked up. but I went mirror.
It's an alternate dimension, guys.
Okay, do you remember what you said earlier?
What I said earlier about what?
About how this building might as well have been a house of mirrors.
A house of mirrors. Oh, that would explain the. Oh my god, talk faster, Kay. The the reversed mirror image.
Yes, this blue badger might be nothing more than the reflected image of a real one.
Then was the blue badger you saw just a reflection?
When I looked down this hall, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if there was a mirror...
Oh, then it would actually form an L shape, right?
Precisely. I was deceived. The hallway was almost pitch black, and there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway.
Wait, but why build this place like that? It sounds pretty pointless to me.
Okay, this house is just another attraction at an amusement park. They created a mirror wall for a very specific purpose, one I can point out to you. This is the spooky badger thing. Do I have that? The pamphlet.
It's on the first page.
It was this one.
Take that!
As it's written in the pamphlet, the main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger.
They built the mirror for that trick alone. But you said you saw the badger, so it was definitely still there.
That was true at the time, however. Doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. To remove a reflected image, simply move the mirror. First, the mirror was constructed so that it could be moved. Then, beyond where the mirror was, an empty hallway had to be created.
So when they wanted people to see the blue badger, they would open the mirror.
And when they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again. This explains why the other side of these fragments have a design on them.
Ah, and if the pattern is the same as the other walls in this hallway...
Then, where the mirror is closed, it would blend in with the rest of the walls. This is the mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit.
Huh? How so?
Think about it, Kay. There was a place that was outside my field of vision. Culprit kept out of sight by hiding here.
Take that!
There was a very large blind spot, one I could not see beyond, and it was here. If my assailant hid on the other side of the movable mirror, then you... oh.
You wouldn't be able to see him! He didn't even need to do anything to the blue badger doll.
Exactly. All he had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror.
Wait, hold on. I just thought of something.
Yes?
Well, shouldn't the mirror wall be broken right now in reality?
Since we have a few shards of it, we can probably assume it is. Yes, it most definitely is broken. The question is, when was it broken? Since we found these inside the victim's costume, that would mean that the victim was there when the mirror was broken. Wait, that sound. That sound I heard was most definitely the sound of a mirror breaking. Okay, I'd like you to input some new information.
Oh my gosh. Ah! Don't scare me like that!
Sorry, but I need you to recreate something for me.
Sure, whatever you need. So what do you need anyway?
If you could first recreate this hallway, just before I enter the dining room.
You got it!
There's so many badgers in here.
Mm-hmm.
Now this. I believe this is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although, at the time, I thought it was but a single straight hallway. And then, I went inside. It was around then that I heard the sound of a mirror shattering.
You heard what? Then...
Yes, I believe it was then that the mirror was broken.
Okay. So when you stepped outside into the hallway again...
The mirror wall should no longer exist. Okay, please recreate that.
Got it. Wait, but with the mirror gone, the culprit lost its hiding spot. So, where did he go in his proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth?
Huh, that's easy enough. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway.
I think this about wraps it up. Looks like we finally solved everything!
No, not yet. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head.
Huh?
Perhaps you did not notice, but this recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency. The inconsistency between what I saw and the recreation lies...
Take that!
Okay, take a good look at the end of the hall.
There's no blue badger there.
Exactly. The blue badger that I saw in reality is not here. This is the final point on this long chain of logic, the last remaining contradiction.
Let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a badger, right?
And that is precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of our mystery badger.
Oh, my tummy hurts. Oh. Dude, my stomach. Ugh.
There's all that oatmeal.
Yeah, I think that's I think the oatmeal's fighting back.
The badger I saw was, in actuality, the dead victim's body.
Irk. What?
Agent Lang, the entirety of my complete logic is my final decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off, and you can consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death for Mr. Deacon.
No!
Maybe it was due to their fighting, or perhaps it was the life-shattering bullet. But no matter what the cause was, the hallway mirror wall was broken.
Huh. You were in the house at the time, right? Are you telling me that you missed the sound of a gunshot?
There were a variety of sound effects playing at the time. All for theatrics, I presume. The gunshot must have blended right in.
Ayah!
Now then, I'd like you to recall something for me. Who was it that was with the victim at the haunted house? Who was the one who had the opportunity to rob the victim of his gun and use it on him? It was you, Lance Amano. Oh. Oh!
Oh.
I'm so
His lobes grew.
sorry! It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned on me all of a sudden. He snapped, and it turned violent after I hung up with you. He shoved me into the ground and strangled me. I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun, and I shot him. The bullet must have went through his body and shattered the mirror. If I hadn't taken his gun and shot him first, I would have been the one who found you. He's a hardened criminal. He escaped from jail. See? Wait, what? Ernest? Wait, is that the
That's the old guy.
right? Okay, Lance, Lang, and Ernest. Okay, see, that justifies self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself.
That remains to be seen and will have to be resolved in court. Agent Lang, I leave the rest to you.
Huh, as if you were the one in charge around here. Guys, arrest these two and get them out of my sight. Wait, I had nothing to do with the murder. The only person you shouldn't be arresting is Lance.
Oh,
Oh.
Sorry, but you're not slipping away that easily, Mr. Ernest Amano. You tampered with the evidence so that you could cover your son. What a great dad you are. Willing to risk it all. Truly touching. By the way, do you know why I'm really here? How could I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question? You wound me. I came all this way, from across the sea, just to see you, you know? You came to see me?
what's that supposed to mean?
I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Amano, about the case from 10 years ago.
Case from 10 years ago.
Oh, what's the name that you use here for that case? Sheena!
It's known as the KG8 incident.
The KG8 incident.
Oh, so you remember it. Good. Then you recall that the trigger in that case was the Amano group scandal. Specifically, the charge of an internal smuggling ring.
Smuggling. There's that word again.
At the time, the person that was arrested as the ringleader was Mr. Amano, very own secretary, Mr. Colin. Wow. Devoir.
Father!
Yeah, you shot him. No, I'm kidding. No, she thought she did. Even though you pushed the crime onto your then secretary, Mr. Devoir, I've always suspected that you were involved with the smuggling ring, Mr. Amano. Mr. Am I saying that right?
I think it's Deveray.
Deveray, right? Okay, I don't know why. Mr. Deveray was arrested in place of you, so he was the ringleader. Ah. Which is why, when he broke out, you hid from the police, right? You hid him in exchange for his silence of your little dirty secret. Ooh. Now, please calm down. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Huh. Pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway for a nice long chat.
Oh?
What the? Who the heck was that?
Oh.
Oh. Wait.
Ooh.
Oh!
Wait, who's talking? Oh. I'll take him down to the precinct if you don't mind. And who the heck are you? Ah, he was talking. I'm
Another
Jacques
outer voice
Portsman.
joins the ring.
Jacques.
Yeah, it's,
Jacques.
I said Jacques. Do I have to say Jacques?
It's Jacques. That's how you pronounce that.
Is this Jock?
Yeah.
I forgot. That's weird.
It's French.
Oh, ew. Sorry. I'm Jock Portsman. I'm a prosecutor in charge of this case. Oh, Jock. Thank goodness you're here. Don't.
That's quite a way to phrase that.
Oh my god. Don't jerk me around. My bad. Alright. This is an Interpol case, so keep your paws off of my suspect. Sorry, but I can't completely. I've got the backing of the prosecutor's office. See, in this country, we prosecutors work with the police to bring cases to court. So, if you could please cooperate with me here, that'd be great. Now, how about we handshake to seal the deal? Sorry, but I hate prosecutors. The whole lot of you. Guys, arrest the 2 suspects. Sir. Oh, I almost forgot. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like to thank you.
Thank me.
Yeah. For working so hard to fulfill my goal.
Hey, is that a way to thank someone? And what the heck is that supposed to mean?
You were so relentless with Lance that you forced Ernest to tamper with the evidence. Thanks to that, I finally had a legitimate reason to arrest him. So, how does it feel to bite the hand that feeds you?
The hand that feeds me? I'm not sure I follow.
Huh. It's no use pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the corrupt prosecutor that works for Mr. Amano and the smuggling ring, right?
No, I would never do such a thing.
Huh. What the heck? Her intel's never wrong. In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working with the ring.
So Agent Lang suspected my relation to Mr. Amano. That must be the real reason behind his antagonistic attitude.
On top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? There were non-stop rumors flying around about forged evidence with that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors, too, are you?
The courtroom is a place where the truth is revealed.
Well, don't worry. It's not only you, the whole lot of you can't be trusted. A prosecutor who never lost in 40 years? Every defendant must be found guilty? Fueled by that kind of thinking, is it any wonder that court produced nothing but falsities and lies?
It would seem that his disdain extends beyond just me. Prosecutors, the courts, why is this man so angry with us all?
Rest assured, the next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving. Oh, shit. So don't you forget it. Damn, they hit that.
Please, wait. Agent Sheena. Why does Agent Lang hate all prosecutors so?
Lang is the head of the long-honored House of Lang in Zhangfa. The heads of all police-related divisions in that country were of Lang blood.
Were? What do you mean by that? Aren't they still?
They were revered, but that was long ago. They don't hold that sort of sway anymore. And it was all because of the courts.
How can that be?
Prosecutor once withheld and tampered with the evidence of one of Lang detectives found. That evidence's purity was tarnished and cost the Lang family its honor and trust.
But not all prosecutors are like that.
Even so, Lang will never respect the court again, or any prosecutor.
So Agent Lang is a man who hates all courts and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors.
Man, what a piece of work that guy is. Come on, Jim. We'd better catch up.
That's the guy that died in the first episode.
Oh.
This guy.
Oh, damn. Dude, you're gonna die, dude. He's died. We've still got to deliver that thing to the old man, after all. Damn, that dude does not know what's coming.
Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time we wrapped up and headed out ourselves.
Yeah. Are you going home, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, I've done nothing but be entangled in one mess after another since my return. If it's alright with you, can you drop me off at my office?
No problem, sir.
Excuse me.
Yes? What is it?
Thank you very much.
No, it's okay. No need to thank me, pal. Just doing my job as a detective.
I guess I was fooled pretty badly by Lance. Oh, cruel fate. What's a woman to do when she's been hurt by the one she loves? And to think I never realized my father was right there. I never said anything to him. I knew it. I'm a failure.
She goes talking to herself.
Miss Pops, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping?
No, I have no idea.
Your father died while he was trying to stop Lance, which means that from the beginning he had no interest in the staged self-abduction.
Wait, then why did he...
I believe it was because of your presence, Miss Pops.
Me?
Lance realized that the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage to coerce Mr. Deveray into cooperating.
Father.
As a felon, he could not tell you of his real relation to you. However, as the Amano family butler, at the very least he was able to watch over you. It was all he could do, but that was the shape of his overflowing love for you. Go on, speak your mind.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, although there was no need to thank me.
No, Lauren, stop. I mean, this man's so much older than you.
Crazy.
Looks like you've completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth.
Way to go, sir.
Your technique is way beyond the level of a great thief.
What are you going on about now?
Wow, your deducing skills may be sound, but you have no street smarts.
That's Mr. Edgeworth for you.
Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't figured out who I am at all. If you haven't remembered in all this time, I guess I'm just going to have to say it. This isn't the first time we've met, you know.
What do you mean, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, how do you know this girl?
Looks like you totally forgot me too, Gummy.
Dummy.
Here, maybe this'll jog your memories. Promised I'd return this to you one day, remember?
That's... That single piece of cloth took me back, far into my past. To that fateful day 7 years ago, when I first met the then-child Kay and Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, ooh.
Ooh.
We get to go back in time on this one. On the
Ooh.
next one, on the next one.
All
my
right,
gosh.
that's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys
Yeah.
enjoyed chapter
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
We're kind of blasting through these a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We're already almost done. We have 2 more parts.
2 days a week is doing wonders for us.
We
What do the other chapters look like? What's the little
What?
nails?
Okay, the last part is long, but
Mm.
I
Oh,
think we're
okay.
mostly done with the game.
Oh,
Dang.
what do the other chapters look like?
Let's...
I know we looked at them before, but
Yeah, we can. I think we can check here.
I want to see again.
There he is.
Oh, Lang.
Gumshoe.
Oh,
Gumshoe.
Charlie, Charlie.
We have Turnabout Reminiscence, which is 4 parts long.
Mm.
Ooh.
And we have Turnabout Ablaze,
Oh.
which...
Ooh.
Okay, wait. I don't know if we're actually halfway. It's 7 parts long.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Oh, that's
Oh.
okay.
That's okay.
The one we just did was 5 parts long.
Okay.
So it's not that bad. I think that
Mm.
the Emma Sky case from the second game, or the first, or whichever game that one was real, like, the longest ever, I think.
Mhm.
Alright, but that's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys
Yeah.
enjoyed
Yeah.
the end of chapter 3.
I hope you enjoyed every part of it.
Tune
Even
in on Friday, and we'll start chapter 4 together.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see you guys next time. The Eclipse.
We'll
We'll
rise
rise
again.
Again.
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.